What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's finally time for the April Blu-ray haul. I know I'm a couple of days late uploading this video, but I was waiting for a couple of last-minute brand new releases from this past Tuesday. So now that everything has finally come in, I can now show you everything from the month of April. And personally for me, April was very heavy with physical media because there were a couple of sales I took advantage of, those Easter sales with Kino Lorber and also with Arrow, so those came in. I went on my Bull Moose trip with the Steelbook crew, and of course I brought home a ton of movies from Bull Moose. Then we have review copies. I'm looking over to remind myself. We have review copies from studios, random pickups from Amazon that I did, also brand new releases that I picked up, week by week. And yeah, just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is sitting next to me. Now, the only item that came in from April that you have seen that I'm not showing you is the Crow 4K Steelbook, because that technically does not get released until this coming Tuesday, May 7th. So I don't want to include it in the April Blu-ray haul. I would rather include it in the May Blu-ray haul. So everything else you have seen at one point or another, I believe, I'm sure, but now you're seeing it all once at the same time, and it may be a little overwhelming, but it's always fun. It's always a good time. So we will start off with review copies. Again, I'm just so lucky to be working with studios to show off brand new physical media. I am blessed. I truly am blessed. So we are starting off with the Lionsgate Steelbooks that were released the very first Tuesday of April. Remember, it seems like forever ago at this point, but those 4 Steelbooks that came out, we have Stallone with First Blood, Rambo First Blood, there we go. Love all these Steelbooks, by the way. Great cover artwork with all of them. The movie, not so much, as I hold up Cutthroat Island, but that's okay. But the Steelbook is looking awesome. The Steelbook's awesome. So we got Cutthroat Island. These are all from Lionsgate, by the way. The Red double pack, Red 1 and 2. And we have Stallone in Last Blood. And yes, I did watch all of those. They were really great to watch and revisit. The only movie that I had not seen before was Cutthroat Island, and you know my feelings about that one. It's a really cheesy movie. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it where you need the cheese. I get it. I totally get it, but that one was real, like, too saucy. It was a little bit too saucy Velveeta for my taste, but it's a nice looking Steelbook. It really is. That's where the cover artwork outranks the movie itself. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about that before. All right, so now from Warner Brothers. I was so excited when this 4K upgrade was announced because this movie was so overdue for a 4K upgrade. It is The Departed, and I was shocked that Warner Brothers sent over a Steelbook, because usually I get the slipcover, which I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with a slip, and I was expecting the slip. No, they sent over the Steelbook. So thank you, WB. Thank you, WB, for sending over this Steelbook. This has a great 4K transfer on it. Looked really, really nice. So if you're hesitating, if you're questioning it at all, don't. Pick up The Departed 4K. I do highly recommend this to you. Then, very recently, Warner Brothers also sent over the Oceans trilogy. Started watching it last night. Now, I've never seen any of the Oceans movies, so I was very excited to dive into this. Last night, watched Oceans 11. Nice transfer. Very, very nice transfer on this one as well. So I recommend. I'm sure if the first one looks good, all 3 are going to be amazing looking. So I would definitely jump on this one as well. So that one's good too. Then from Universal, we have Drive Away Dolls. This movie is just so weird. It's very, very weird. I talked about it before in a previous video. you're not ready for this movie. It kind of goes in a whole bunch of different directions that you're just not ready for. And once you think you get to the point where you could, I guess, be shocked, they're not done. It's like they shock you again. You know what I'm saying? It's like let's just shock people 5 different times in this movie and just see how they react. Like it's very, if there's any movie that could win the weirdest, strangest, most outside of the box movie of the year, I guess it would be Drive Away Dolls so far. I don't know. Like, this one is not as rewatchable for me. I think I would rewatch it again, but probably not for a couple of years, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm happy Universal sent it over. I really am. It's definitely different, but it's for a very limited audience. Very, very limited audience, just so you guys know. I can't necessarily say that I recommend it's for everyone because it's definitely not for everyone. It really is not. Really is not. Okay. Certain people would enjoy that movie. Certain people. Okay, let's see. The Beekeeper with my man Jason Statham. 4K came in from Warner Brothers. Watched this again. Had a really great time with it. He's just so good. When Jason Statham is in a movie that is all about what he knows how to do best, which is action movies, and he's just kicking butt, it's awesome. It's so awesome. And you know what? You don't really need a plot line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a simple revenge movie, and there's a lot of like kills in here and action sequences that were different, and I enjoyed that. So there's a lot of positives to The Beekeeper. There were a lot of bee puns, if you will, that carry on throughout the entire movie that could possibly get on your nerves just a little bit. But you know what? Embrace it. Just go with it. Just go with it and embrace it, and you'll be fine. But I enjoyed it. I had fun with it at the theater, had fun at home as well. All right, and now finally from Paramount. Paramount was so generous and sent over Mean Girls ×2. The original Mean Girls and also the musical version. And I'm so happy to have these in my collection. Watching Mean Girls the musical changed my mind. Changed my mind. I streamed it on Paramount Plus. I admitted I wasn't like the biggest fan of the musical, but upon the rewatch, man, you got me. So this is why I always recommend rewatch something if it doesn't really sit well with you, except maybe Drive Away Dolls, but you know, like that's an exception. Always try to watch something again. Give it a second chance. You could change your mind. And with this one, I did. So I'm happy to have it. There we go. So thank you again to Paramount. Okay, so that is it for the review copies. Like, that was so generous. That was a very stacked month, and I'm very blessed, very blessed. Okay, so now we got some steelbooks that I personally picked up. So we have the Black Panther Mondo steelbook. This was the only Marvel Mondo steelbook. Say that 5 times fast. The only Mondo Marvel steelbook that I needed to pick up. I had Doctor Strange, I had Guardians, and what was the other one? Avengers. I had those from Tony P. Tony P, my dear friend from the Steelbook crew. He sent those my way. Very generous of him to do that. And the Black Panther one was the only one that I did not have. So I figure I will pick it up. My Walmart had it. Wow, that was amazing. So I wasn't going to let it go. You know, I was going to pick it up day one. So I did. So we got Black Panther, just to show you what it looks like. There is the slip. There's the back. It's just so good. It's just so nice looking. All right, so we'll put that off to the side. Now we are getting to, right now, I think this is my favorite steelbook of the year so far. It is King Kong, because the artwork on this, the slipcover, I'm just digging everything. I just think it looks amazing. Check this out. I know I've shown you a couple times before, but let's do it one last time, okay? So there's Kong. He's got Jessica Lange in his palm, you know, his girlfriend. You got the helicopters here, everything. Then you take the slip off. There's Jessica Lange in the palm. I mean, that's so cool, right? That's so cool. You got the city in the background. That looks amazing. And then you flip it. That is awesome. That is so awesome looking. I love it. Kong is crashing through the wall. I love it. I love it. So right now, again, this is my favorite steelbook of the year thus far, but I mean, the year is definitely not over. There's going to be more coming down the line. So we'll see if anything else can overtake Kong. All right. My only complaint about that is that the slipcover is a little bit loose. I'm not sure if it's just my copy or if that's how they chose to make it, but it's a little annoying. It kind of slides and slips a little bit. So that's the only negative about that. Okay. My last steelbook. I'm not excited about it. Madam Web, look at this thing. Look at how, well, okay. You go from this to this. It's like night and day. This is how a steelbook should look, how it should be made. Amazing cover artwork, a slip cover, everything. You go from that to this. Like, she's teeny tiny, number one. She's like minuscule on the steelbook instead of having any kind of, height or depth or whatever. She's teeny tiny. And then when you flip, it gets worse. Just webs. Just webs. That's it. That's all there is and nothing else. And like such a bland color palette, white and red, and a little bit of black. Kind of looks like brown, actually, down at the bottom. That's it. That's all you get. That's it. And here's the inside. Whoop-de-doo. There's the lame villain from the movie. And then you got the girls on the disc. I mean, come on. Step it up. Okay, step it up. This is lazy. This is not the reason why we pick up steelbooks, okay? In my case, it's because I have a sickness that doesn't stop. But, we already discussed that yesterday. All right, let me move that over. So now, let's go to other brand new releases that I picked up off of Amazon. So we do have the 4K of Major League. This is another great 4K transfer of the year. I really enjoyed how this looked from Paramount. So if you guys want to pick this up, don't hesitate. 4K transfer, very nice on Major League. Then The Abyss finally showed up. Oh, thank God, it finally showed up. I was waiting and waiting for this. It finally arrived early on in the month. I think with Major League, they arrived together. This 4K transfer looks amazing as well. It's definitely the best out of the James Cameron 3. We've all talked about it. We've all discussed it. We've all dissected these movies to death with their 4K transfer. So I'm not going to go any more into depth talking about it, but it is the best of the three. So I recommend. For me personally, though, it's my least favorite movie out of the three because I just find it a little bit boring. True Lies is action. That's great. It's nonstop. And then Aliens is Aliens. I mean, it's one of the best movies of all time. So The Abyss is not going to compare for me to those two movies. So, this is not my favorite movie out of the three, but it looks the best. It looks the best. Okay. Then I picked up Lisa Frankenstein because this was fun in the theater. Upon rewatch, I had a good time again. So I am happy that I did pick this one up. Enjoyed. I know a lot of people enjoyed that one, so I'm happy about that. It's a Wonderful Knife. This one's just okay. The killer is revealed early on in the movie, and that's what kind of killed it for me. I talked about that during new release review when I was talking about the movie, so that was like my major problem. Oh, someone messaged me. Oh, Tony P. Tony P is messaging me on Facebook. We'll just leave that right there. The little, circle that pops up. Tony P's messaging me. Anyway, so where did I leave off? Yeah, I was talking about this in new release review. That was my real major complaint about It's a Wonderful Knife, because with the killer reveal so early on, there's really nothing to be on the edge of your seat for, if you know what I'm saying. So that was a big complaint. Wait for a sale for this one. You don't need to pay full price. You can wait for a sale. All right. I believe this one was April. I'm pretty sure it was in the stack. I could be wrong though, but we'll just say When Evil Lurks. When Evil Lurks showed up in April. This was a great movie. Absolutely great. Took me by surprise. I had heard a lot of people talking about this movie, giving reviews, and I had to know for myself, and I found out for myself. I highly recommend this one to you. Strike that, reverse it. It is a, there we go, possession film, but it's not your usual possession film where it's like the Catholic Church and you got priests and nuns. This is not The Exorcist. It's not Pope's Exorcist. It's not anything like that. Nothing to do with the church. It's a completely different possession film. And that is what I loved most about it. Because with possession movies, I haven't seen a ton of them, but you can kind of get into a rut of the same kind of storytelling. This one is not. It is completely off the rails. It gets crazy. And the ending leaves you like, where do we go from here? Pretty much. So I recommend this one. And this one was cheap enough. It was like, what, $14? $16? It was under 20. I know that. So that's worth it. That is worth it. And my final brand new release pickup, it actually arrived on Tuesday. So this was one of the brand new releases I was waiting for. The Tin Star. This is a brand new Blu-ray from Arrow. And I was going to say usually, and then I was going to say normally. So it came out weird. It's like Mean Girls. I went to say great, but it came out with cool, but it came out gruel. I'm too far in. I'm not starting over. Let's just bypass what I just said. So the Tin Star Blu-ray from Arrow. I usually, there we go, don't buy Arrow on day one. I'll wait for a sale, but I decided to just go ahead and pick this one up because of Henry Fonda here. I've been watching a couple of his movies and I'm into his acting. So I'm curious to see what this one is. It's a Western. You have Anthony Perkins in here. So I'm looking forward to watching this one soon. All right, so now we are getting into, I apologize about the mess ups, but this is nothing new here on this channel. You guys already know. This does not like to work at all whatsoever. Sometimes you just got to roll with it, and we are rolling with it because I got to work. So we're just going with it. All right. Random pickups from Amazon because of sales or what have you. So we have the double pack of Chevy Chase with Funny Farm, classic movie from Chevy Chase. I've seen a bunch of times, but I didn't own it, so I figure I'll pick it up. And Spies Like Us, which I've never seen. So there we go. We got a Chevy Chase double pack. I picked up 50 First Dates because it was like $6. It was like $6.99, something ridiculously cheap. Didn't have it. I love Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler together, so I figure why not? We'll add that in. The Collector. I've heard great things about this movie as well, so I wanted to add that in. And finally, for random pickups from Amazon, gotta have Nick Cage. I gotta have my Nick Cage, Guarding Tess. I was waiting for the price for this to dip down just a little bit. It got down to like $15.99. So I scooped it up. It was like $15 or $16.99. So I picked it up. Okay. So now what I'm going to show you are the Bull Moose pickups. I met up with the Steelbook crew. We invaded Bull Moose. We were there for about 3 hours. It was like completely ridiculous and fun. We had an awesome time. Now I'm happy to report, just to give you a little bit of feedback, all of the movies that I upgrade, where I get rid of my Blu-rays, I take them to Bull Moose for trade-in, and I use the credit for inside the store when I'm shopping that day. And I am very happy to report that I did not pay for any of these. Okay, like all of this was free because of my trade-ins. And I actually still have over $80 left in credit. So I got to go back again. All right, so this is the Bull... My ankle cracked. Did you hear that? I'm old. What can I say? All right. This video is all over the place, but that's nothing new. All right. Bull Moose pickups. Bull Moose. What did I bring home from Bull Moose? A lot of great stuff. Okay, starting off with Daybreakers. This is a vampire movie that I did not own, obviously, and I've heard great things about it, so picked it up. It was like $6, and I just changed out the case because it was a used copy. So I just put it in a brand new case. Brand new movie to me. So all set there. We have got Mega Shark versus Octopus. So excited to watch this during summertime because that's when I like to watch my shark movies. So there we go. Got another one. Now, I was not going to pay almost $40 for the 4K of the remake of Carrie, but Dave actually found this Blu-ray. I thought he was going to pick it up because of this slipcover. It's Carrie, by the way, the remake of Carrie. I love that slip is so fantastic. I thought Dave, see, now the video is going wonky because I have this. I thought Dave was going to take this. He found it and he held it up and I was like, oh, because I thought he was going to take it, but he did not. He put it back and I found it and I said, Dave, did you want this? And he said no, so I decided to take it. So we have the Lenticular Carrie remake. This is awesome. And this was like $7. It was super cheap. There we go. We'll just put her down. The Lenticular is making everything look wonky, so we're just going to put it down. So that is an awesome slipcover that I now have in my collection, which is great. And then Tony P again. I've mentioned him like 5 times in this video so far, but Tony P found randomly, he just like looked down and grabbed it, a Nicolas Cage title that I did not own, Season of the Witch, with a nice slipcover on it. There we go. It's not lenticular, but it's like kind of glossy. You guys can see. So that's pretty cool. Nick with a slip. We'll just call it that. Okay, so when I go to Bull Moose, I personally like to go to the boutique label section, and I like to focus on Kino Lorber or Arrow titles, and I had such a massive credit. It was so easy to just like spend almost all of it. I thought I spent the whole thing, but I did not. So I picked up a lot of Kino Lorber, and yeah, I have Kino Lorber and 1 Scream Factory and a couple of regular 4Ks. So we've got from Kino, Pretty Baby, and these are recent brand new releases, guys. These are not old at all whatsoever. They were there. These are like 2 months old or something. That's it, couple months old. So we got Pretty Baby, the Blu-ray. We got Robert De Niro, The Last Tycoon Blu-ray. And we have I'm Dangerous Tonight. Happy Birthday to Me. I don't know why I didn't already have this, but now I do. And the only Scream Factory I picked up was Thinner. That's an awesome slipcover. I really like the slip. I like the purple tones and everything. So that is awesome. That is cool. So those are the Kinos and the Scream Factory and the 2 regular 4Ks. I was scanning the 4K section because I want to focus on 4Ks and boutique labels when I do go to Bull Moose, you know, get the quality for my money, you know what I'm saying? So these were the best looking like slipcovers that I could find for movies that I did not own already in my collection, which is very hard to do. It's very hard to do. So I did pick up It Came from Outer Space. I was looking at this one, and for some reason, I just never picked it up when it was available at Best Buy when it did exist. So now I picked it up. And the final 4K, I thought this was such a great find. I'm so proud of it. And on top of it, it was only $18. And it is The Doors 4K slip. And I've never seen this movie. Never seen it. Val Kilmer, looking forward to seeing that one too. Okay, so the final pile that I have are my boutique label Easter sales, and then also my subscriber mail that we're going to talk about. Okay, so usually I do not show subscriber mail during the Blu-ray haul. I like to focus on what I pick up, the studio copies and everything like that. But don't get me wrong, I am so appreciative of everything that any subscriber ever sends to me because you guys think about me and you send me stuff that I'm going to enjoy. Like Jesse Jesse completely hooked me up this past month with so many awesome brand new not brand new releases, but like awesome stuff. You know, Nicolas Cage stuff and Sam Rock, that whole big box of stuff where it was like Christmas Day and I was like opening and unwrapping. I mean, that was incredible. But I do want to highlight a couple of items. And also there is Ray. Ray sent something my way. And then my ankle cracked again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. If you didn't hear that, I apologize, but that's what's happening right now. Okay, so I think this video is tanking, but we're just going to move on. We're going to move on. So there is one subscriber that sent me mail in April, and that was Charlie. And Charlie sent me something that I had been searching for, that I was wanting for my collection. It was a certain 4K. And he sent me other items as well, but this was the one item I got close to tears. Not quite tears, but very, very close, because anytime anyone sends me anything where I'm looking for it or it would really mean something to me, I get emotional. I can't help it, because you're thinking about, for someone to think about me in such a way where I don't even know you, that means a lot. It really, really does. And Charlie was just so generous and thoughtful. The Witness 4K box set from Arrow. I was looking for this. I was searching for this. It went out of print. I had no hopes. I had no hopes at all whatsoever. And then I opened up that box and I nearly fainted. So Charlie, thank you again for sending this to me. You are absolutely amazing. Nothing is required, guys. I just want to say this. Nothing is required. You don't have to send me anything. But anyone that does, you are absolutely incredible, because this really, really meant a lot. So thank you again, Charlie. I just wanted to point that out because this was amazing. Very, very generous and very amazing. So now let's talk about my celebrity mail. Okay. For the past, I would say, 3 weeks to a month now, I've been getting celebrity mail from different celebrities. They've wanted to send me items. And I'm not an idiot. I know these are not the actual celebrities, okay? But the thing is, I don't know who is sending me this mail. I have no idea at all whatsoever. And I do want to address some hater, some troll in the comments during yesterday's video made a comment, because yesterday I opened celebrity mail in that video. And someone commented, they were rude, and they said, oh, stop sending this mail to yourself. Like, you're the celebrity. It's not me. Do you think I have the time to buy this stuff and send it to myself? That doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. And I also heard, I believe Ken from Mid-Level Media is also getting celebrity mail. So do you think Ken is sending mail to himself? I don't think so. So if Ken's not doing it, I am certainly not doing it. So I just wanted to address that comment. I actually deleted it, because any comment like that that's just asinine and stupid, it goes. I remove it, because why would I send mail to myself and mark it as that just isn't. I have a life. Not much of a life, but I do have a life. Like, who has time for that? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to address that. But really quickly, I'm going to show you the celebrity mail that I got in the month of April, because there were 3. So the first celebrity mail I received was from Nicolas Cage. And I was like, wow, Nicolas Cage, he decided to send me the steelbook for Killer Goats. I mean, because I kind of had some negative things to say about Prisoners of the Ghostland. So I think to show me a movie that's even worse than Prisoners of the Ghostland, he sent me Killer Goats. So there we go. Which obviously I have not seen. I don't know when I'm going to, but we'll find the time somehow, some way. So that's Nicolas Cage. And then I think the following week, I received mail from Sam Rockwell. And I was just so thrilled because, you know, I love Sam. I love him to death. Marry me. I know he won't, but, you know, whatever. I have nothing to lose at this point. He sent me The Last of the Mohicans. Okay. Never seen the movie. but we'll watch it. Sure. If he wants to come over and watch it with me, that would be even better, but we won't talk about that. And the final celebrity mail from yesterday's update video, movie 43 from Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet sent me movie 43 because she's right here down in the corner, and she noticed when she was watching my Blu-ray collection of all of her movies that I did not have this wonderful masterpiece of movie 43. I've seen this movie one time. It's weird. It's freaking weird. But we'll revisit. I guess we'll revisit this one. So Kate Winslet, just hooked me up with movie 43. So that is my celebrity mail for the month of April. Just wanted to show that off really quickly. Okay. But yeah, I'm not doing it for myself. Like, that's so pathetic. I just want to address that asinine comment. Okay, so now the final stack of movies are the Arrow and also Kino Lorber pickups from both of their Easter sales. Now keep in mind, I did not pay for any of this as well. Mama Blu-ray hooked me up as my Easter present. I know I'm quoting a lot in today's video. My Easter present. This was my Easter gift. I did not receive an Easter basket this year. Instead, I got movies, and I will take that. So she said, use my credit card, have a lot of fun. And I did. Okay, so from Arrow, I picked up Gosford Park. I think that was like $10. It was super cheap. Also picked up The Passion of Darkly Noon. It's such a weird title. The Passion of Darkly Noon. This has Brendan Fraser in it, Ashley Judd, and Viggo Mortensen. Kind of a random cast, if you ask me. But it could be really good. So I picked up that one. The original Children of the Corn, because from what I hear, the original is the only one that you need to watch and own, and now I do. And I think that was $10, so I will pick it up for $10. And then we have a couple of Arrow with nice slip covers here. They are both Blu-rays. I'm into Humphrey Bogart. I think Humphrey Bogart is a great actor from, back in the day. And we have The Desperate Hours. Nice looking slip. I love that slip cover. Like I said, Blu-ray. There we go. The Desperate Hours. And the final Blu-ray from Arrow, we have Lover's Lane with an awesome slipcover on it. Looking very nice. These two were the more expensive ones, about like $20 a piece, but well worth it, I think. Well worth it, because they came with slipcovers, so that is cool. And now Kino Lorber. We're already a half hour into this. I need to hurry up. All right, Kino Lorber, here we go. We have got Jude with Kate Winslet. I picked this up because this was a Kate Winslet title I did need, so I picked that one up. We've got Far From Heaven with Julianne Moore. The Real McCoy, Kim Basinger, and Val Kilmer, another Val Kilmer. We have got Hollywoodland with Ben Affleck. We have got No Mercy with Kim Basinger and Richard Gere. Nice slipcover on that one. I picked this one up because it has Charlize Theron, and she's one of my favorite actresses, so I needed this for my Charlize collection. This one came with a slipcover I was not expecting. We have 2 Days in the Valley. And the rest, my final three, are 4Ks. 4Ks, you know me, I always wait to pick up Kino Lorber 4Ks during the sale, so, I mean, come on. This was obvious. Nicolas Cage and John Travolta in Face Off with a slip. I was surprised that one came with a slipcover because on the website it looked like there was no slipcover, and I didn't care. I said, it's Cage, I need it. It came with a slip. I was ecstatic. We got The Last Castle. There we go, The Last Castle. And finally, had to pick it up. Kindergarten Cop 4K from Kino Lorber. Is that enough for you guys? Is that enough physical media in 1 month? Thank God I didn't pay for all of this, because if I did, I would have been completely beyond broke. But that is everything. all the physical media that I picked up or was gifted in the month of April. So comment down below and let me know, what did you pick up in April? How many pieces of physical media did you pick up? Is there a number that you have? Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.